is my painting for the exhibition on art and human rights in Gwangju for the International Women Arts Festival in South Korea. It was in Gwangju in 2018 that some of us were there for the International Women Artists Festival and decided to set up the International Women Artists Federation that held its first exhibition in Russia. The International Women Artists Federation was set up to exchange creative information between women artists from different countries to strengthen their art capabilities whilst making friendships. So this is my painting here, and from our street and across the lands, people stood on mountains, hills and rooftops demanding peace. I created this dreamlike painting because at this time in humanity, to me the most important thing is that we have peace between us as humans. We can then put our energy into honouring our shared home, the earth, with respect for all living things and the future of our children. It's women who reproduce our species, and yet women are often wounded by society. Jungsuk's digital copper print expresses their pain.
I painted this work for two reasons. The theme of our exhibition here in Gwangju was art and human rights. So naturally I thought of all the terrible wars that are happening in the world at the moment in Gaza and Ukraine. So this is a symbol of all women of all time who have lost a child. So it's called Mother and Dead Child, the long goodbye. So the women who are suffering now, we all suffer. We're all diminished. So it's it was painful actually to paint, but I'm glad that I did it.
The sad moments during the COVID time. Yeah, with all the masks, to those people that we love who passed away silently during that sad moments. Yeah.
Going forward, but also respecting the fact that you cannot just move away from everything. You know, you bring your past with you.
But this is a face of a woman detainee, who after having spent so many years in prison, this is how they become, this is their identity. They have to have bigger ears, they have to have 4 eyes and no mouth.
So also as a woman, when we experience some hardships in our lives, we tend to cut our hair. I don't know why, but maybe it feels like we are cutting the cause of our problems. Yeah.
Titled Demolition, and it was many of the demolitions that happened in Kansas City, and I guess I'm fascinated by that kind of thing. And it also makes me kind of wonder about how renewable resources and why we tear things down.
And this is my work. It's called Second Life. And it's actually the process of me being a mother and how I realize all the restrictions of being a woman after being a mother. And you have to confront many difficulties, no matter from the society or other perspective.
First thought when I made this artwork was, what am I going to make? Because my work is often quite joyous and the theme was quite heavy, but in the world at the moment there's so much going on, and the war in Palestine obviously was on my mind, hence the watermelons. And I guess I was thinking about how peace protests and how the people's movement actually often speaks louder than governments when it comes to making change in the world.
The agony of uninhabitable earth. This sculpture by Bada is called Now Let's Go Home. It refers to the Japanese colonial era when there was many war crimes against women and they were forcibly taken to Japan.